My name is Yixiao Huang, and I'm the Chief Operations Research Scientist at SF Technology. Before we start, I want to thank the Informs and the Friends Edelman Committee for hosting this wonderful event. I also want to congratulate the other teams made it in the final. It is an honor for me to represent SF in introducing this project. So first, let's watch a brief introduction of SF Express.
SF Express, founded in 1993, is China and Asia's largest integrated logistics service provider, ranking 4th globally. The company operates over 370 gateway hubs and over 53,000 local hubs, utilizing over 86,000 vehicles, 99 cargo airplanes, and over 12,000 commercial airlines. Its services cover small parcels to heavy cargo, ranging from standard express delivery to customized supply chain solutions, and have expanded into global markets. SF Express consistently prioritizes speed and reliability as its core competitive advantages. The company's time-sensitive express delivery holds a dominant market share in China. SF Express has ranked first in China's State Post Bureau Satisfaction Survey for 15 years, thanks to its high-quality services. A key factor behind SF's efficiency is its capability to design complex logistics networks. Due to the booming of e-commerce, the express delivery industry in China has rapidly developed over the past decade. Since 2014, the industry has remained the global leader in parcel volume. In 2024, China's parcel volume reached 150 billion. Although the express delivery market in China is vast, competition remains fierce. From 2007 to 2023, the price per parcel dropped from $3.89 to $1.25. Meanwhile, express delivery companies compete in terms of delivery speed. For instance, SF depends significantly on its cargo airplanes and the belly space on commercial flights. Since transportation costs account for a substantial portion of total logistics expenses, optimizing the logistics network to improve resource utilization is crucial.
Due to its substantial scale, SF's network planning is highly challenging. Previously, network planning relied on the experience of regional planners. However, coordination among regions is lacking. Furthermore, human planners may have different opinions on the trade-off between service and cost. Therefore, it is essential to revolutionize the planning strategy. Since 2018, SF has established an OR team to study the network problem, aiming to improve the network's efficiency, reduce its operational cost, and save carbon emissions. After years of exploration, the OR team has identified key components by analyzing SF's network and operations. The OR team has also developed cutting-edge algorithms with strong mathematical models to solve the network problems. This OR-driven transformation has been implemented at SF, improving service quality and achieving substantial benefits. Next, my colleagues will present the basics of the SF network and the conventional human planning procedure.
First, let me introduce some basics about the SF network. Local hubs refer to stations where couriers provide first-mile pickup and last-mile delivery services. There are hundreds in a city. Gateway hubs serve as the transit point for parcels traveling from the origin city to the destination. Usually, one is in the city, while megacities have multiple ones. The local hubs and gateway hubs form a two-echelon city logistics system. So far, SF's domestic network has over 370 gateway hubs and 37,000 local hubs. Next, we will illustrate the journey of a parcel through the delivery process. Initially, a courier collects the parcels and transports them to a local hub. After sorting, the parcels are sent to the origin gateway hub for intra-city transportation. Upon reaching the destination gateway hub, the parcels are sorted and transported to a local hub. Finally, a courier delivers the parcels to the recipient. In this process, the inner-city network consists of gateway hubs in various cities, utilizing transportation methods such as road, air, and rail. The intra-city network links gateway hubs and local hubs within the city. A parcel's flow involves specific operations, including pickup, sorting, and delivery. A shift refers to a scheduled time interval for such an operation. For example, before the cutoff time of a pickup shift, couriers collect parcels and return them to the local hub. At the end of the pickup shift, parcels are transported to the gateway hub. SF deploys a multi-shift scheme to guarantee its service levels. It organizes several sorting shifts daily at the gateway hub and multiple pickup and delivery shifts at local hubs. Parcels picked up in different shifts are tied to varying service level agreements and require differentiated route design. For example, parcels from the first shift are sent to the airport via the gateway hub and delivered through a commercial flight. Parcels from the second shift are sent directly from the local hub to the airport and transported by a cargo airplane. In the third shift, parcels are delivered to another airport nearby and transported by a cargo airplane. This network structure with multiple shifts ensures customer experience yet challenges its planning. The network planning used to rely on regional planners. Each regional planning team developed its own intra-city and inter-city networks based on guidelines from the headquarters team. If disagreements arise among regions, the headquarters network planning team coordinates and makes the final decision. However, as parcel volume increases, the complexity of manual planning rises, resulting in increasing costs in communication and coordination among regions. The headquarters planning team sought methods to streamline the network planning process with a centralized approach. The OR team engaged in the network design project and revolutionized the process with planning consistency and quality across all regions. Other events also contribute to the opportunities for OR at SF Express. In the past, SF Express anticipated continuous air cargo growth and planned to make Ezhou the future air hub. Planning the Ezhou hub required a complete redesign of SF's network. In 2017, SF collaborated with Georgia Tech. This gradually led SF to recognize the importance of OR and to establish an internal OR team.
Given these motivations, the OR team was founded and began working on the network design project. As introduced, network planning at SF is a complex, multi-stage process that involves multiple stakeholders. The OR team has dedicated significant effort to understanding the entire procedure. We have identified key components, including the intercity air, ground, and intracity networks. Among them, the intercity air network is vital for SF's express products. It utilizes both cargo airplanes and commercial flights under air transportation restrictions. The intercity ground network plans an astronomical number of commodities across different products. The intracity network considers frequent transport schedules, which directly impacts customers' perceptions. We prioritize solving the intercity air network, then the ground network is designed as a backbone of the system. Further, with fixed intercity air and ground networks, the intracity network planning can be decomposed for each city, which is addressed last. Considering these observations, we propose a centralized network planning framework. The redesigned procedure transforms the workflow of network planning at SF. Specifically, the headquarters network planning team first inputs demand, service level agreements, and candidate shifts. The intercity air, ground, and intracity networks are designed sequentially. The regional teams evaluate the generated plan and make minor adjustments. A simulator evaluates the cost and service levels of the adjusted network. Note that the intracity network is linked to two optimization problems: the same-day network design and the feeder routing problem. Among them, the intercity air network, ground network, and intracity same-day network belong to the variants of the service network design problem. The feeder routing problem falls into the category of the vehicle routing problem. These optimization problems share some similarities. For instance, a common input is commodities, which are aggregated parcels with the same key attributes, including origin, destination, product type, release time, and service level agreement. Typical decisions including the design of line hauls and commodity routes. A line haul refers to a scheduled movement between two hubs. A route is a sequence of line hauls that connects a commodity's origin and the destination hubs. Given SF's strict time requirements, we use a time-expanding network to model fine-grained timing decisions for all these problems. Next, my colleagues will present the details of each problem.
The intercity air network is the foundation of the competitiveness of the SF network. Planning the network involves critical decisions, including the design of flight routes, the schedules of cargo airplanes, and the commodity routes. It is physically constrained by the number of cargo airplanes, sortation capacity, number of aprons, and airplane balance. The Ezhou hub is linked to runway capacities and a sorting time window. Moreover, we must consider the types of airplanes available at each airport and cargo airplanes' restricted operating time windows. Due to SF's multi-shift scheme, scheduling an airplane's departure and landing times is delicate. If an airplane departs too early, it is associated with promising delivery service levels, but many parcels may miss it. Conversely, service levels are compromised if it departs too late, even though most parcels can catch the airplane. We discretized the time horizon into 10-minute intervals to model cargo airplane schedules accurately. Consequently, we aggregated parcels in 10-minute intervals, significantly increasing the complexity of the problem. SF's air network includes nearly 300 ground hubs and the Ezhou hub. We conservatively estimate that directly formulating it results in a mixed integer program with 1 million commodities, 115 million candidate flights, and 10.1 billion candidate commodity routes. To tackle the large-scale problem, we incorporate various methods to reduce the number of decision variables and constraints. Below, we list some of the most effective strategies. We first apply domination rules to candidate airplane routes. For routes with similar schedules and service levels, we retain only one route with a later departure time, thereby reducing the number of candidate routes by 10. We split airplane routes visiting the Ezhou hub into inbound and outbound sub-routes to avoid the combinations. This step decreases the number of hub-related airplane routes by 60. We proposed an improved aggregation scheme for commodities. We adjust the temporal granularity based on the cutoff times of candidate flights. Additionally, we identify a property whereby commodities with neighboring origin or destination gateway hubs can be aggregated without compromising optimality. This results in a reduction of commodities by a factor of 14. We propose a novel reformulation technique to avoid assignment variables that indicate the routes of each commodity. Instead, we define variables that only track the cumulative number of parcels on each candidate route. This reduces the size of decision variables by a factor of 12. Our methods significantly reduce the problem size, allowing us to solve the model directly within 10 hours. However, we often need to find a solution within 2 hours. To address this, we further develop math heuristics that decompose the network based on resource types to obtain an initial solution and refine iteratively.
The inner-city network is the most complex part of the whole network. Planning the inner-city ground network concerns cost-effective transshipment of parcels with various prototypes and effective resource utilization to optimize cost under SLAs. When planning the inner-city ground network, we define the problem based on the SF's operations. For example, the commodity is unsplittable to guarantee the simplicity of sorting operations at the gateway hub. The model also considers the entry constraints, where a group of commodities with the same destination is transshipped to a single next gateway hub. We also consider the capacity of gateway hubs, including sortation and docking constraints. Due to the network's numerous transshipment options, we estimate that planning commodities among 300 gateway hubs nationwide involves 300,000 commodities and over 1 trillion candidate routes. Even if we plan one region's network to dispatch commodities from 35 origin gateway hubs to all 300 gateway hubs, it involves 25,000 commodities and a billion candidate routes. Note that the number of commodities in the literature is usually fewer than 1,000. We have designed a tailored algorithm with two components, network reduction and an interactive many heuristic. Inspired by inner-city air network strategies, we aggregate commodities to reduce their size to 1/3. A connectivity analysis is conducted to identify and remove redundant decision variables associated with candidate commodity routes, leading to a 99% reduction. For example, the size of the original 35 gateway hub instance is converted into a mixed integer program with 3 million decision variables and 670,000 constraints. We then apply a two-step, batch-based interactive math heuristic. The method analyzes the route similarity of commodities and groups them accordingly. These groups of commodities are solved sequentially. Once an initial solution is constructed, an iterative local search process is implemented to optimize this solution progressively. For the original 35 gateway hub instance, this method finds a solution that improves the objective value by 13% within 1 hour, compared to the solution obtained by a commercial solver with a 5-hour time limit.
The intra-city network comprises two optimization problems. The feeder network serves as the backbone of SF's intra-city operations. For example, the transportation of parcels between gateway hubs and local hubs. The intra-city same-day network is a distinct network for same-day intra-city parcels. The feeder network considers various constraints. On a typical day, a vehicle fulfills multiple pickup and delivery tasks across different shifts. Additionally, we consider the limited number of docks at a gateway hub and the cross-trip consistency to ensure each vehicle serves a fixed set of local hubs. The resulting problem is a rich vehicle routing problem that has not been discussed in the literature. We propose a multi-phase heuristic that decomposes the problem into sequential steps, optimizing each shift individually. These partial routes are integrated into cohesive multi-trip schedules using an integer program. Compared to manual scheduling, this heuristic reduces total vehicle trips by approximately 15%. The same-day network facilitates the rapid transshipment of time-sensitive intra-city parcels. Since transshipment occurs in local hubs, it is vital to consider their limited docking capacity to prevent congestions. These docking constraints present an under-discussed challenge in the literature on the service network design problem. Due to these constraints, we discretize time into fine-grained 1-minute intervals and allow vehicles to wait for loading or unloading, resulting in a vast solution space. We developed a hybrid algorithm that generates high-quality solutions by combining an integer programming-based heuristic with a multi-start iterated local search. This method has increased same-day delivery coverage by over 30% in certain cities. It has extended service cutoff times in specific markets by up to 2 hours.
To conclude this section, I will summarize the evolution of the techniques we use. Initially, we studied intra-city network design problems, where we developed effective decomposition-based heuristics. Next, we tackled the inter-city air network problem by improving the mathematical formulation. By integrating both techniques, we finally tackled the most challenging intercity ground network problem. While we were able to solve these large-scale problems and were eager to apply these methods, we faced additional technical challenges during the implementation. The first challenge is planning flexibility. So the OR models are expected to support strategic and operational planning to maintain decision consistency. However, different types of planning inherently differ. For example, planning the intra-city network for the next week requires limited changes, so the generated network should resemble the current one. In contrast, planning the network for the next year does not have such restrictions. So we have added parameters to control whether we generate candidate routes and arcs based on an existing network. The second challenge is the structural differences among optimal solutions. We have empirically observed that multiple optimal solutions may be structurally different. For example, when we decide whether to invest in a new gateway hub, the algorithm may return the best solution with a gateway hub invested, and the network has a single hub structure. However, if we manually exclude this gateway hub, the new solution generated has a dual hub structure with a similar performance in operational cost and service levels. To cope with this challenge, we always conduct a comprehensive scenario analysis of key decision variables to make sure we get the correct managerial insights. The third challenge is local optimality. Occasionally, human planners may find minor adjustments to improve the solution. Although the improvement in the objective is negligible, it undermines human planners' trust in the OR methods. Therefore, we implemented a simple local search method for post-processing to ensure local optimality. Finally, we must ensure competitive service levels across all regions, which is vital for customer perception and SF's reputation. Therefore, we impose strict service level constraints on each commodity. Additionally, we incorporate rewards for achieving better service levels into the objective to encourage service improvement. Next, one of our clients will explain the organizational challenge we encountered. Then more clients will introduce a spectrum of applications at SF.
At the beginning of this project, there was a gap between the OR team and the planning team. The planning team did not fully understand the OR concept, and the OR team lacked sufficient knowledge of SF network planning procedures. The SF executives experimented with an organizational innovation. In 2019, the OR team joined the network planning team. This has resulted in a virtuous circle, where team members from different backgrounds gain valuable insights into each other's fields. Most network planning senior managers, they significantly benefit from the collaboration and gain a deeper understanding of network planning. The OR team improves its knowledge of logistics practices with the help of the network planning team. Thus, the network plans generated by the OR method continue to improve and yield more significant benefits. Based on this OR-driven solution, SF can optimize its network from a centralized perspective. Ultimately, this project has generated significant benefits. The OR team further provides managerial insights into network planning. This global optimization is essential to fulfill SF's mission of improving service levels at a low cost and providing customers with more convenient, reliable, and heartwarming services. A few representative applications are highlighted as follows. In order to enhance service capability, SF set an ambitious goal to deliver intra-city parcels within 6 hours. The goal is to offer customers more efficient and flexible choices, but it is challenging to achieve based on SF's traditional network. The OR team studied this problem and proposed a separate urban network with parcel transshipping among local hubs. This is an unprecedented challenge with restrictions such as the limited docks at the local hubs, strict time windows, and urban congestion. After collaborating with the OR team on the study of this network, we were able to fulfill the goal and promote a new product called half-day intra-city delivery. It takes, on average, 6 hours from pickup to delivery. In some areas, we can even provide inter-city half-day delivery services. SF's half-day intra-city service provides convenience for our customers, especially in meeting urgent needs. For example, we deliver traditional Chinese medicine for hospitals, easing the burden on patients who need to regularly pick up their medication. Individual customers have also shared that the half-day service helped to deliver important samples on time. It meets urgent requirements while remaining cost-effective. Ezhou Huahu International Airport is Asia's first and the world's fourth professional cargo airport as the center of SF's global supply chain. The air network covering China and the world requires high utilization of airplanes, low transportation costs, and stable service levels. Ezhou Hub relies on the OR team's support from construction to operations. This involves estimating sortation capacity based on air network design with multimodal transportation, evaluating Ezhou's impact on the SF network, orchestrating the 2-month transition of the Ezhou hub, and planning the future development of Ezhou's network. At the beginning of the transition, a few cargo airplanes were available for leasing, and Ezhou went through a ramp-up of its sortation capacity. We worked with the OR team to develop a multi-phase transition plan that preserved customer experiences, leading to a successful transition. By October 2024, the average on-time flight rate exceeds 92%, significantly improving cargo processing efficiency and service quality. As the low-altitude economy emerges, we expect a continuing collaboration with the OR team to design and witness the transformation of future air network, creating more values for the company. Hello all, I am the head of supply chain in A&H International Cosmetics Company, which is a leading ODM company in China. Our main clients include international groups in the beauty industry. We have had a multi-year partnership with SF Express. Since the establishment of Ezhou Hub, 30% of our parcels were improved in 2022, and the number reached 50% in 2025. We are very grateful for the establishment of the Ezhou Hub and SF. We specialize in integrating the value chain of the catering industry. One of our clients sells live Chinese mitten crabs online, which requires fast delivery speed. In the past, sending crabs to buyers in remote areas was difficult. We helped the client connect with SF via transportation to the Ezhou Hub. It only takes 1 day to deliver crabs from Shanghai to Inner Mongolia, 1,600 kilometers away. We appreciate the Ezhou Hub for enabling our business to extend its reach. SF regularly evaluates the investment in new gateway hubs. Planners from different regions may have varying opinions based on their perspectives. The models and tools developed by the OR team can provide an objective and global evaluation of the impact on service levels, cost, and sortation capacities. Further, they can quickly compare different solutions and scenarios. The information helps align regional teams to enhance decision-making efficiency. Since 2021, the OR team has assessed 10 to 20 gateway hub investments annually, covering all megacities in China. Network planning models have been integrated into SF's system to support monthly and weekly network planning. The tool offers a drag-and-drop interface for users to flexibly adjust routes, with a real-time evaluation and comparison of the adjusted routes. This interactive tool has dramatically enhanced planners' adoption, popularizing OR applications in logistics planning at SF. The traffic conditions in Shenzhen are complicated. Additionally, we must consider multiple resources to fulfill the large number of parcels. I used to manually plan the routes, which took time. With the OR models, I can run over 50 plans in the system in peak periods like the Double 11 shopping festival. The models quickly generate high-quality vehicle routes for me to make better decisions.
We will introduce the benefits of the project. Designing a scientific method to calculate the benefits is essential. We collaborate with the finance team to propose a standard methodology. The key metric is the cost per unit weight, which remains stable despite demand variations. We determine the benefits based on change in the cost per unit weight, multiplying it by the weight of parcels and the number of days the solution deployed. We have created dashboards to monitor the benefits. We conclude that this project has saved $1 billion since 2018, and know that the benefits do not include strategic applications like the Ezhou Hub, making it a conservative estimate. The environmental benefits are calculated in a similar way. SF has built a platform to track emission reductions precisely. We also want to emphasize that the emission data is audited by a third party and publicly disclosed. Our managers will detail these benefits below.
Regarding financial benefits, SF's financial team collaborated with the OR and network planning team early in the project to establish standardized procedures for tracking and calculating benefits. The main idea of benefit calculation is based on the difference to operational costs before and after deploying the OR solution, which was verified through data and on-site implementation. Additionally, we excluded factors such as fluctuations in fuel prices and differences between peak and off-peak periods to evaluate end-to-end benefits.
Meanwhile, this project is estimated to have reduced millions of tons of carbon emissions since 2018, enabling SF to pursue the goal of a zero-carbon future. In 2023, this project decreased 1.1 million tons of carbon dioxide equivalent, corresponding to the amount of carbon dioxide absorbed by 46.28 million trees annually. Regarding customer experience, this project not only accelerated the delivery time for over 1 billion parcels, but also enabled SF Express to launch the Intra-city half-day delivery service in 2022, enhancing its competitiveness in customer experience. This service has covered more than 10 million individual customers and 1 million business partners in more than 270 cities across China, with parcels sent and received within the same day. Regarding the strategic aspects of the company, the project has aided SF in making significant investment decisions related to gateway hubs in all major cities across China. Among these, the Yezhou hub plays a core role in the air hub-and-spoke network. This has significantly enhanced the utilization of airplanes and service stability, strengthening SF's differentiated barriers in terms of speed and cost. Further, it has become a cornerstone for SF's expansion into international business. At the same time, this project has completely transformed the workflow of network planning. The OR-driven planning procedure has enhanced SF services by identifying better consolidation opportunities. It has laid the groundwork for SF's mechanism to improve its network planning and resource allocation continuously. At the same time, it transforms human planners' focus from manually planning network to studying network modes based on OR tools. The OR methods have been shown to surpass human experience.
And we want to emphasize the transportability of this project in three aspects. First, logistics service providers can utilize this method to design a time-sensitive network featuring a two-echelon urban structure and multiple shifts. Indeed, we have implemented this method to assist in designing SF's Southeast Asia's network and the supply chain networks for some business customers. As e-commerce grows, we expect more countries and regions will experience higher demand density and will be suitable for SF's network structure. Second, urban delivery service providers may offer the innovative intra-city half-day service. Following SF's idea of designing a separate intra-city network, this service is fast and affordable. Lastly, we offer guidance on green transportation to make the world a better place. We have undertaken a project with the Ministry of Transportation and published standards for green urban transportation. Besides, we work closely with academia to share our experience and try to attract young talent to work in the industry as operations researchers. Here are testimonies from professors we collaborate with.
I am Qiming Yao from Tsinghua Shenzhen International Graduate School. Since 2017, I have collaborated with SF on OR. For example, I take graduate students to SF for visits, and many later intern there. We develop thesis topics based on SF situations, and some students join SF after graduation. SF Express business scenarios are complex and provide valuable opportunities for academic research. The SF Express X Smart Logistics competition attracted many university students with its challenging OR problems. It is my honor to serve as a judge in the final and witness many students proposing creative solutions, some of which are publishable in international journals.
Hi, I'm Lei Zhao from the Department of Industrial Engineering at Tsinghua University. In recent years, I've had extensive interactions with the OR team of SF Express. I serve as a review expert in their Ezhou Hub design project in 2020 and was invited to present at SF Express. I also invited the OR team members of SF Express to give talks at Tsinghua University. Besides, in the OR applications in logistics and supply chain forums, in the logistic technology conferences, and in the annual meeting of the China Society of Logistics that I hosted, the OR team of SF Express share their success experiences with the audiences from industry and academia. Throughout these interactions, I heard high praise from the business team leaders of SF Express for their OR team. I also heard successful cases where the business team and OR team of SF Express worked together over years to overcome various of the practical challenges and successfully solve real-world problems using OR methodologies.
To summarize this project, one of our executives will share his thoughts on this project.
Since SF launched the Intelligent Logistics Network Planning Solution in 2018, we have improved the timeliness of over 1 billion parcels within 7 years, saved the company over $1 billion, and reduced carbon emissions by millions of tons. It is a great honor to be a finalist for the Franz Edelman Award. Over the past 7 years, I have witnessed SF's innovative and transformative application of operations research within its logistics network. This achievement relies on not only optimal algorithms for timeliness, cost, and sustainability, but also our courage to redefine industry standards through the language of mathematics and reshape reality through OR. SF Express will continue to provide global consumers with more efficient and greener logistics supply chain services and deliver a happier life based on a logistics network built upon OR. Once again, I would like to thank Informs and the Edelman Committee for their recognition and support.
Thank you.